everybody. This is Katrina, the owner of COSMarketing Agency. And today we are going to talk about organic versus paid advertising. This is going to get into how to maximize your ROI by using these different types of marketing, these two basic overall types of marketing together. And a lot of people just kind of want to stay in one lane. They want to just do organic marketing. They just want to do paid marketing. We're going to talk about why it makes sense to integrate both and what's the ratio, how much of which do you do? And if you have any questions about that along the way, obviously, drop a comment, all that good stuff. I'll try to get into some of the, terms, definitions, what certain things are. Excuse me, but this is more for people who already understand a little basic knowledge, at least, about what organic marketing is. We were saying to get notified about more videos like this. We post every single week, at least 1 or 2 long form videos a week, and we're doing shorts multiple times a day. There are sometimes shorts 2 or 3 times a day on different marketing related subjects. A lot of media, for example, other things like your Google business profile, which you see here, that's another thing that's organic. It literally means anything that's not a paid ad. So if you're talking about a PPC ad or a local service ad, that's paid advertising. That's a separate thing to organic. Paid advertising means you're going to be charged when somebody clicks on a link, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Different forms of advertising, and you want them to work simultaneously and synergistically for you. A lot of my prospects will ask me almost every single week, they'll say, well, what is the one thing we should be doing for our advertising right now and why? Explain it to me. And then I say, well, I'd like to tell you this is the smoking gun that you're missing and this is the only thing you need. But the truth is in today's world, there's a whole bunch of different things you need to factor in when you're growing your business, right? Every single company needs to have a website. So by the way, any kind of blogs that you're running, that's organic content right there. Great, amazing potential with blogs as well. You need to have a functional website. It doesn't have to be as big as mine, but you want at least 3 to 5 pages on your website. You want to have blogs, maybe once a week, a couple times a month, just something to build up some more search momentum there. Maybe not at first, but within the first couple weeks, couple months, if you have in your business or starting your online campaign, you should be implementing that. And it's just a continual thing with the organic marketing. You got to put out new and fresh blogs, social media, SEO keywords, update that website. You got to be doing that on a consistent basis, where somebody doesn't know how to manage their time, or worse, they don't know what kind of keywords and information to put in. You can actually lose ranking with the wrong kind of organic strategy. If your backlinks, meaning the links that go back to your website, so that could be social media, that could be other blogs linking to you, that could be other social, other sites outside of social media linking to you, any other site, news organizations, any other sites linking to your own, essentially is a backlink. And the quality of your SEO ranking is going to also depend on the quality of those backlinks. So you don't want to hire somebody who's cheap and inexperienced and will place you on a website that has nothing to do with your business. You can actually have a negative ranking issue because of that. We have tons of videos on this subject specifically, every little thing we talked about, but specifically the Google business profile, I've gone through step by step and gone through a lot of detail with that. So I hope you guys find that helpful. You can see that on my channel if you go under the front end of my channel and you search for Google business profile, what it needs, so that when it sees that information from the ad, it's not thinking, it's not guessing. Your ads run better and smoother. You reach a wider audience, you reach a higher intent audience, because you're also coming up in other searches. You're not just relying on those ads and competing based on spending. You don't want to compete based on who's going to spend more money on ads, because no offense with respect, you'll lose every time. You have a bigger competitor at a click of a button, and that's something that you just have to accept. You don't have to spend as much money on ads. So a lot of you are going to say, hey, I can save some money with the local service ads. Why don't I put that money into SEO? Whereas before you weren't able to do that. So do not miss out on that opportunity. Yes, SEO has 10, 20 times the amount of moving parts, but if you are outsourcing to the right people that can manage it all, the cost versus time difference, it is like So different, so different. I mean, the amount of money you spend is a fraction of the worth of the time. Because if you were sitting there doing all those backlinks yourself, posting every single day, monitoring the website every single week, doing a blog once a week or even a couple times a month, I'm sure you can do it for a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe even a year. But at a certain point, it's like, do you want to be doing that? Do you want to be running around in 20 different directions? So some of this is a little generalized. It's not going to be specific to you because, I don't know you yet. If you were to talk to me though, I can come up with a customized marketing strategy just for you that you can, implement right away. We typically get started within 24 to 48 hours, depending on, when you call us, when you set up that appointment. If you're watching this outside of Florida or Orlando, don't think we can only service our area. I've lived in different locations myself over the years, so it's not like all I know is Florida and that's it, But yeah, in general, people want to work with somebody local. So we come up in searches like this. You're going to see this is a PPC ad. And then if you go to the map section, you're going to see more PPC ads. And here we have placement in the map section. So if somebody's actually clicking on the map and they're skipping that ad, they're going to see us there. So Google ads are good for this. But a lot of people are also making purchase decisions on YouTube nowadays and other social media sites. There's not just one or two places or 5 places that people go nowadays. They're not talking to their neighbors like they used to. They're kind of all over the place online. You got to make sure that you're where your prospects are, at least the top 3, top 5 places that they are. And you just got to be consistent. You got to be persistent. You got to be creative with your approach. Try to do something different than your competitors. Don't outcompete them on money. Like I said, it will work itself out over time. But we're here to help. Let us know. Comment down below. Remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Click that notification bell and feel free to contact us at 407-334-9378 for all of your marketing needs. Thank you so much. I'm Katrina, the owner of COS Marketing Agency, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.